on in, everybody. Come on in. I am just so giddy and so excited for tonight's show, you all. We have the lovely and talented
and legendary and iconic
Roseanne Barr on the show tonight, you all. And then we're going to play catch up because a lot of stuff went down over the holiday. We was off for a week because of the Labor Day holiday. So we're going to tell you all where we were at. We saw what the Aretha Franklin, that's when that Aretha Franklin and the funerals was going on.
That's right.
Colin Kaepernick is now, I guess he's the face of Nike. How we feel about that. This anonymous person who did this New York Times op-ed. And you know what? CBS CEO is stepping down because of sexual harassment allegations. Obama is back on the campaign trail. The confirmation hearings and how everybody act a fool. And so much more. So come on in. Twitter, Periscope, YouTube, Facebook, even diamondandsilk.com. Come on in because we really want to talk to you all. And I'm so giddy. I'm so excited. I miss you all very, very, very much. And on top of all of that, we have a huge hurricane that's on its way. It'll be here by Thursday. Okay? So listen, are we up on all portals?
We are up on all portals.
Okay. Hit it, Rob. Hey y'all, welcome to tonight Diamond and Silk Chit Chat Live. We're your host Diamond and Silk. And Silk, it's been a long week. I've missed all of you all. But before we get into the nitty gritty of everything, tonight's show is being brought to you by the Diamond and Silk Chit Chat Show. So I want you to head over there to diamondandsilk.com, click on Chit Chat Tour. I want you to go get your tickets for Georgia. We are going to be in Georgia
October the 7th.
Yes, Marietta, Georgia. So I want you to get your tickets, diamondandsilk.com, click on Chit Chat Tour. We want to see your face in the place.
Boom.
Now, let's get down to the nitty gritty of some things. First of all, thank you all so much for all of your lovely emails checking on Diamond and Silk because everybody know that there is a hurricane that is about to hit North Carolina, up the East Coast, South Carolina, Virginia, and just going on up the map of the East Coast.
And it looked like she's mad.
Florence is upset. Florence is upset.
Yes, and the rest of the children is in the ocean and they running with mama. I don't know what that husband done did.
We don't know. Well, why you got to blame it on the husband?
Okay, the boyfriend.
Okay. We don't know what's going on, but we are staying cautious. We are listening to all of the advisories. Listen, if they tell you to evacuate. We love you as our brothers and sisters. We want to see you, and we don't want you. Listen, this material stuff can be replaced. Now I did go out and I did a little grocery shopping this morning. Because they keep saying that when it hit inland, it's going to be like a hurricane too. So I was thinking about maybe cooking me a little roast beef, and y'all gonna think I'm crazy, and a cabbage, some comfort food, right? Because here's the deal. Okay,
what's the deal?
Well, the deal is that I just have faith that it's not going to be that bad.
Okay, listen to me. If you're in the middle of this hurricane, would you get you some peanut butter and jelly and bread? You got to get foods that you don't have to heat up.
And another thing, don't go buy all the water. All of the water was gone. Here's the deal. Mothers have to feed the babies formula. They're going to need water to fix that. So don't buy out all the water for just two people. You see what I'm talking about? Or don't buy the water thinking you're going to price gouge. You're going to sell it. Because sometimes what they do, they buy up all the water and then they try to sell it to other people. Don't do that. We are all in the same boat here. And then y'all can say, well, Diamond, why don't you leave? Well, I'm just getting back from somewhere. I'm just getting back from out of time. I love being home. So I just want to chill.
And don't forget to run your tubs up full of water.
Run your bathtubs up full of water if you're at home. Make sure you have water, have your bread. Don't go, listen, take what you need.
That's right.
You got what I'm saying? People tend to overreact. And I think that sometimes that's not good. Take what you need because we're all in this together and everybody got to have a say. Everybody got to have some water. We got to get through it together.
right.
That's what I said.
Cut the sandwiches in 4.
And make sure you follow advisory. Now, if they tell us that we need to evacuate, then I will go up. I will probably start heading down into Louisiana. I got a personal assistant. She makes very good gumbo.
Yeah. So trusty.
Okay. Also, if you see us in the airports, and if you can't get to us because we are surrounded by security and by these EP people, listen, give us your thumbs up. We love you all. We know that you love us. We feel it every day with your emails, your tweets. Thank you all for supporting us. We love you all so much. Thank you all.
Oh my God.
You all. Thank you all. Thank you all.
Everything.
Also, the movie Democrats is going to be premiering October the 15th. So we're going to tell you where to go get your tickets at. But if you all still want to contribute, we reached the goal.
Yeah, we've reached the
goal. Was reached.
Yeah.
But if you still want to contribute, you can at democratsthemovie.com. And that will keep you updated and informed. I'm so excited.
That's right. They can go to democratsthemovie.com, put in their email address to stay updated. So whenever the tickets go on sale, you can go there and get your tickets. This is going to be amazing and phenomenal.
Right. And you all know that Facebook is still fooling with us. We are still having people complaining. We've talked to Facebook to let them know the shenanigans that we're feeling, the things that we don't like. Yeah. And they told us the trickeries and the little tricks that they play. They're so silly because they don't even realize sometimes when they tell us the tricks.
They tell us.
And I'm like, let me just write this here down. I'm making a list, checking it twice. And they're biased antics. Yeah. But we want you to go to stay in contact and updated and informed with Diamond and Silk. Go to chitchatme.com. That's chitchatme.com to stay connected, updated with Diamond and Silk, so you'll see what we're doing, when we're doing it, and how we're doing it.
Yeah.
Okay. So y'all, let me tell you all where we were at doing before the Labor Day holiday, the rest of that week, because they hadn't seen us, and they're like, where the girls at? Well, you all, we was at FAIR. It's called the Federation for America Immigration Reform. And we had a lot of fun being at FAIR. We talked about illegal immigration and how we needed to curb that.
That's right.
You know, we talked to 40 radio stations.
40. And they said that the record was 20. Somebody did, I think, about 22.
I think in 2 days.
In 2 days. And we did 40 in 2 days.
Yeah, 40.
Was so much fun.
It was so much fun. We talked about illegal immigration. Yes. We talked about building the wall.
Build the wall.
We talked about why the Democrats are advocating for illegal aliens, because we feel like they're trying to make them the new slaves. They know they can't use Black people. They know people are walking away from the Democratic Party. So they're trying to use illegal aliens so that they can come in and they can vote and they undercoverly do things on our system.
That's right.
And they're okay with that. They've already pretty much told us and shown us that they're advocating more for illegal aliens.
That's right.
Instead of Americans.
And here's the deal that a lot of people don't realize. They're using our tax dollars to house these people that's not even supposed to be here. But you have your veterans, you have Americans that's homeless.
You have Americans that's homeless.
That's right.
And what about those tax dollars instead of housing people in sanctuary cities?
That's right.
Using our tax money that way. Exactly. We see a lot of homelessness going on. Why don't you use the money for that? Instead of giving people, taking away plastic straws and giving them plastic syringes, how about you take that money and put these people in some kind of program and let's try to reprogram their minds.
That's right.
Because we don't want people being high out of their mind.
That's right.
You know, so we was at FAIR, you all. We had a wonderful time talking to these radio stations just about illegal immigration. We talked
how
about
it's affecting America, how they're coming over here ripping away at the fabric of America.
Yeah, we talked about our president. We talked about the movie. Yes. And the one thing that I truly love about our president is the mere fact that he sees how illegal aliens or illegal immigration affect minorities,
especially Black people.
He sees that, and that's why I feel like he's trying to put a stop to that.
Well, you know, a whole lot of people want to run around and say that and call him a racist. I mean, what type of racist is going to be concerned about Black lives? Right. Because illegal aliens are the ones that's really what's the word that I can use without cussing?
Well, don't cuss.
I'm not gonna cuss because I want to keep it. I want to keep it a clean family show. But they are the ones that is the Black community is the one that's being severely affected by this. Okay,
really, and it's always been like that.
It's always been like this. But we have a president that says, you know what? I don't want the Black community to be severely affected by this. I don't want minorities to be severely affected by this. Here, we're gonna cut illegal aliens coming to this country who are severely affecting minorities here in America.
Not only that, but people are being made to speak Spanish. And if they don't speak Spanish, they get fired from their job. Yeah, that's not good. And that's a conversation that we're going to have because when you come into this country, you come in here legally. There is nothing in the Constitution that says we have to speak another language as Americans. So that should be, it should be unconstitutional to fire somebody because they don't speak Spanish.
If you go to their country,
you have to speak their language.
They're not going to take and say, okay, now y'all got to learn how to speak English for these. No. You got to speak their language.
Right.
So the same come this way, baby. Right. And when you come here legally, I'm talking about legally, you need to learn how to speak English.
Learn how to speak English.
That's right. Because I shouldn't have to go back to school to learn how to speak Spanish to accommodate somebody that
don't know how to speak English.
When you come here, I thought they had it there that you have to know how to speak English.
But people are not following the law no more. That's why you want them to keep the borders open.
It's time to follow the law.
Well, speaking of law, our president, we love him so much. I was minding my business the other day.
Yes.
And I looked up and we got a tweet from the president, which is just
oh my God.
So cute, you all.
It was
and he tweeted one thing out, and this is what he tweeted out. He said, our social media and beyond stars, Diamond and Silk, are terrific people who are doing very well. We are very proud of them and their great success. And then he tweeted something that
I thought that was going to be it. And I was so excited about that. And then
we looked right before we went to bed, and he retweeted something that we put up back in our August. And we said, we love and support our president. He's done more for Black people than any other president in our lifetime. While others may stab him in the back, we will always have his back.
That's right.
And thank you so much, Mr. President, for, why I love him? He pays attention.
He pays attention.
He pays attention. And listen, the reason why people are stabbing him in the back is because he is challenging the status quo.
That's right.
People gravy trains are coming to an end. They are ticked off, and they will use anybody they can to disparage him, to demean him, to marginalize him, to malign him. They will do that. And so what we have to do as American people, we have to ignore it and keep it moving. Always look at somebody when they're trying to destroy somebody. It is for a reason. So you have to overlook the antics and go over and say, this is why. See, if President Trump was not in office, we wouldn't have low unemployment. Hillary Clinton would have figured out a way to ship those jobs overseas, and she probably would have got paid a kickback, paddywhack, give a dog a bone.
That dog would have got a big bone.
Absolutely. That foundation would have been, honey, they would have been partying back with balloons and everything else. Because so much money would have been pouring in that foundation.
That's right.
She would have been doing so much pay for play. This is my own personal opinion about her.
She'll be selling America down the drain.
Down the drain. Yeah. And that's what a lot of these politicians have done.
That's right.
So you have somebody like Donald Trump that came in, done changed the grand game. They don't understand it, and they get so upset with him. But thank you, Mr. President, for the tweet and the retweet.
Yes,
because we wasn't expecting it. I love it when you don't expect something, and there it is.
I don't know about y'all, but I love my president.
I do too.
I love this country, and I love my president.
Well, we love him because he's doing everything we sent him up there to do. And that's what we like.
And I hear people say, because I heard a lot of people say, he's a little rough around the edges. And I had to come back and reply, I want him rough around the edges.
Right.
Because that means if you cut him, he can cut back.
Yes.
That's right. He's a little battered. He's a little bruised. He's scratched all up. I want him scratched all up because that lets me know he can go to battle for me.
That's right.
That lets me know he's not scared to fight for me.
Well, we love the fact that he don't waver, nor does he back down.
Right.
That's what we love.
That's right.
So you all, speaking of wavering, Aretha Franklin and Senator John McCain funeral. Listen, okay. So you all remember that was the other week. We couldn't talk about it. Right. This is the only thing I'm gonna say. Right. Aretha Franklin, that's the 6-hour funeral. That was I think it was 10 hours. That was long. However long the funeral was, just a long funeral.
Yeah.
But I'm gonna tell you what really ticked me off. What ticked me off is when you had the Al Sharptons up there and the Jackson politicizing a funeral. There's a time and there's a place for all things. That was not the time. That was not the place.
Aretha was not into politics. She did
not like that.
Go to one side or the other.
Right.
She did not.
She was mutual.
She was mutual.
And she wasn't out there talking negatively.
She was a singer.
Right.
It was about her singing.
Right.
And the life that she lived.
Right.
And they got up there to politicize it.
Right
there along with the anti-Semitic.
Yeah. And y'all know who that is. That's Louis Farrakhan. They were all sitting in the pulpit with him.
Yeah.
Like he was so special.
Yeah.
And I couldn't believe it. I just shook my head at it all.
Yeah.
Because had that been President Trump up there with it would have made world news.
Yeah.
And it would still be going on today.
That's
so you see the hypocrisy.
Right.
And then we saw John McCain, his funeral. What I did not like is the fact that they were politicizing his funeral, talking about our president, but they didn't mention how the president let them use Air Force Two to make sure that his body was flown where it needed to be flown. So they don't talk about the good that the president do. They want to say the negative.
He made a statement. He said, at the request of the McCain family, I have also authorized military transportation of Senator McCain's remains from Arizona to Washington, D.C., military pallbearers and band support and a horse and transport during the services at the United States Naval Academy.
So the president
did this here, but not one did I hear his daughter, Meghan McCain. Not one time did I hear Obama say anything about giving thanks and appreciation and being grateful that the president of the United States allowed this right here. What they basically did is they took a little undercover shots, Trump bashing at her own father's funeral.
Right. Don't say it. You don't have to be so.
They talk more about somebody else instead of the person that was laying there resting in peace.
Well, I don't want you to relive it again. That's what I'm telling you. Don't.
This is okay.
Because we were outraged when we saw it.
That's the problem.
And I'm trying to be calm about it because Hurricane Florence is coming. I don't need. She mad. Yeah. I'm mad.
But
so I don't want you to relive how you got ticked off about it.
It's the fact that people want to take somebody's funeral and politicize it.
Right.
That's not the time and that's not the place.
They should have been talking about his legacy, not the president.
There you go.
Right. Because you all know that a part of McCain's legacy was also something else that he had to do with, and I'm going to say dossier.
The dossier.
But we didn't bring up that.
We didn't bring it up.
You see what I'm saying?
That's
we wanted to spew.
We wanted to respect him and allow him to rest in peace.
Right. And the people at the funeral should have also respected the highest office in the land and the president. Speaking of the highest office in the land, there was anonymous New York Times op-ed that was released.
An anonymous?
By anonymous source that was released. The key word being anonymous, a faceless, nameless, unidentified person, wrote this op-ed, I guess sent it to the New York Times. They posted it, and now they're trying to figure out. Thank you, girl. Okay, yes. Who is this person? So I'm just minding my business today, you all.
Minding our business.
And I don't want to talk about her, but I'm going to talk about her, Omarosa.
Oh.
Okay, so O was on, I think she was on The View, and she was on, I think it was MSNBC.
Okay.
And she leaked out another tape. So I'm like, okay, here's the deal. This is my own personal opinion.
Right.
Is this person still in the White House? Or, since Omarosa thinks she know everything, was it her that wrote this op-ed before she left?
Was it?
And the reason why I say that is because I think the whole thing is foolishness.
Right.
I think that if you were being transparent to try to gang up on this president that you've known for 15 years, right before the congressional races.
That's right.
It says a lot about your integrity, your character,
and your
who
intent.
you are, and your intent.
That's right.
Yeah. I'm just taken aback by it. Whoever is in the White House, if you hadn't resigned, and if you are in the White House and you wrote the op-ed,
that's right,
you need to resign.
Yes,
he done created he done created 3 million jobs. Go find you another one.
Like
I did not vote for a priest.
Yeah.
I didn't vote for a pastor.
Right.
I didn't vote for a soft-spoken man. I voted for a man that wasn't going to waver. He wasn't going to back down. And he was going to tell you the truth.
That's right.
We've said that from day one, starting in 2015,
that's right,
when he started running.
That's right.
Okay.
Yeah.
You can't be a billionaire being, well, we have to do it to this. Come here, staff. You got to be a billion. You become a billionaire doing this. This how we gonna do this.
That's right.
You see what I'm talking about? And it ticks me off that everything he do, somebody don't like it. We didn't vote for Obama.
No.
We didn't vote for that.
No.
We didn't vote for a liar. Okay. Right. We voted for a man that was going to be honest. He was going to tell us the truth, and he was going to tell us so that we could understand it. That's how he got 60-some million people to go to the polls and vote for him.
And the writer of this op-ed stated that they are part of the resistance inside of the Trump administration. Okay? No, you're not. What you are the rats that's clogging the pipe.
That's right.
You are a swamp dweller and a sewer sucker.
That's what you are.
That's exactly what you are. You're not serving our country by going against our president's agenda, because we the people elected this man into office because we were for his policy.
That's right.
Okay? So that's not what you're doing. What this is called deep state snakes. Obama leftovers is what this is. And it's time for those folks to be removed. Whenever you have leftovers in the refrigerator,
that's right.
After you finish eating all that you're going to eat, what do you do with the leftovers?
Well, if you don't eat no more of it, if you let it stay in that refrigerator, it's going to rot, it's going to smell, you throw it away.
You throw it out.
Trash
It's time for Obama leftovers to be bounced.
And as far as I'm concerned, Omarosa was an Obama leftover then. Because the way she sit up and she tell it, it was almost like she was on Hillary Clinton. I'm sorry, Omarosa's a liar, y'all. Listen, what you see being portrayed on the news is not who we know. We was on tour with her. We went to a wedding that the president made sure he made sure she had a free wedding at his hotel.
That's right.
What you all see being pranced around on TV is a lie. This girl is a lie.
We were on the bus.
We was on the bus with her. We was on, and let me just say this here, and I'm gonna get away from it. To get off of her, so I won't cuss.
Yes, because we got 9
You keep
minutes.
talking about a tape. Somebody's going to be leaking a tape out before the congressional races where somebody said the N-word. And let me make sure I make this clear.
Make it clear.
We judge our president based on the content of his character, not some content on a tape that may have been altered.
That's right.
And then since you're going around talking about an N-word tape,
Omarosa,
why don't you tell everybody how many times haven't you said or used the N-word? Now, I'm going to leave it at that. I'm going to leave it at that.
Yeah.
I'm going to leave it at that. And did you tape yourself?
Did you?
Because you should have been taping yourself.
That's right.
I'm going to shut up.
Okay.
I'm going to shut up. Speaking of shut up, CBS CEO Les Moonves, I think that's his name. Moonves, he's stepping down, you all. He has been accused for sexual misconduct. He settled something, didn't he?
I don't know.
But he was accused by 6
They're
more
holding
women.
His settlement package.
Okay.
Until after the misconduct investigation. So yes, he was accused by 6 more women for sexual misconduct.
And I think his wife, I think she have a spot there on the talk. I don't think she showed up for work. It's embarrassing.
Yeah.
If your husband did it, it's just it's all of, you know what? I just be by myself.
It is. I
just have to be by myself.
But can I just be honest? Yes. For one thing, I've seen a lot of you women.
Oh, we have seen a lot of you women,
and
y'all know I love my brothers and my sisters. I love my sisters, but I remember being at a program.
Yeah,
and this is what I couldn't believe.
Yes,
and I'm gonna talk about it right quick. I remember being at a program in DC.
Yes,
and I remember having security.
Yes,
and I have a security guy. He's a little big and buff.
Yes,
okay, all right. And some people may think he's a tad bit handsome.
Okay,
I don't look at him as being handsome because they security.
All right.
Well, you had one girl that was pissy drunk and told him, I will pull out my pepperoni, which was her breast, so that he can see that. So if he would have offered it or said, well, okay, could she come back years later and get him for sexual harassment? So sometimes some of these women
throw themselves
because we saw this with our own eyes. I was so shocked and I was appalled. I left the event early.
Yes.
I was shocked. I was appalled.
Yes.
I could not believe, but I see it all the time.
And I'm not taking up for him. If he did this,
he need to be fired.
He need to do whatever he
needs to do. But women, I'm seeing y'all do some stuff.
Okay, talk about Colin.
Colin Kaepernick is now the face of Nike. You know, it's really hard that so many people out there are buying into this Colin Kaepernick nonsense. He's talking about he's there for he want to sacrifice everything for the cause.
He made it seem like he sacrificed everything for the cause, but no, he did not.
He didn't because he wasn't a good player. They benched him anyway. Before he started, listen, he may have always kneeled, but he was benched before. He wasn't a good player on the field.
Right.
Did you understand
exactly
that?
what you're saying.
Right.
Understand, Mr. Nike. or whoever you Nike folks are, that the people that sacrificed it all for the cause was our veterans.
That's right.
The one that fought for the cause and sacrifice their life, okay, so that you will be able to stand for the flag, so that you will be able to be free here in America.
That's right.
That's who sacrificed it all for the cause. I got one more for you.
Go ahead.
My president.
What?
President Donald J. Trump.
He didn't have to leave.
Billionaire status.
He didn't have to leave his status, you all.
That's right.
He do this. Yeah. He don't get paid for.
That's right.
You would think every American should be behind him. Every American.
Everyone.
Listen, Obama had to get a check. Not only did Obama get a check, he went and came out rich.
Filthy rich.
President
still getting money.
Yeah, President Donald J. Trump, he's not getting paid for none of this.
And even Diamond and Silk. You know, we should be the face of Nike because we have sacrificed. We're sacrificing it every single day.
Absolutely.
We're doing so much more than just Colin
Kaepernick,
chitting and guts. Because what he is doing is he is not respecting America.
No,
he's not respecting us as voters.
He's teaching people that you can disrespect America.
Right.
And listen, he has a right to protest.
He has his right,
but not on the American
flag.
On the anthem, not disrespecting veterans,
America,
not disrespecting our first responders. And see, I say that because my daddy is a veteran.
That's right.
So no.
You don't do that.
You don't disrespect the ones that went over there and fight for your freedom to be able to protest.
Duh.
But I can tell you where you can go.
We'll tell you where.
Go right on down there to Chicago because our black brothers are killing up our other black brothers.
Yeah.
And we need you to go talk to them, Colin.
All right, Obama is back on the campaign trail.
Why? Why is he back on the campaign trail?
And he's taking credit for this.
Okay, see, this is what gets me. Woo. And see, I know how the president should feel. People do that to us. They always try to take credit for everything. It's because of them. You see them being pranced around on TV like they was on the Trump train from the beginning. Yes. They did this and did that. And I just be shaking my head like they ain't done nothing. If the president only know how these people talked about him like a dog, disparage him. So I'm sorry, Mr. Obama. You don't take credit for the economy. And this is President Trump's economy.
Do you have that video of him talking about the jobs will never come back, Rob? Just yes or no? Oh, well, no worries. President Obama is on video saying that the jobs will never come back. I even had to tweet when I was listening to his sad, sorry speech without trying to keep from falling asleep. I had to tweet out, do you all remember when Obama lied and said manufacturing jobs of the past will never come back? He said there's no answer to it. So that means he had no answer as to how it can come back. What magic wand do you have? Well, guess what, Obama? We have Trump. He's the magic wand that brought all of these manufactured jobs come, and more manufactured jobs are coming back.
He done created about 3 million jobs.
That's right. A real president of the United States that made it happen for all Americans.
Right.
Unemployment at an all-time low thanks to Trump.
So Obama want to say, well, you all know what you handed me. I know what you were dealt whenever you got in office. But you had 8 years, Obama. Yeah. But you pushed what Hollywood wanted.
That's right.
That's what you pushed. You pushed what they wanted.
And
you didn't push what the Americans
our president tweeted out today. He said President Trump would need a magic wand to get to 4.0 GDP, stated President Obama. I guess I have a magic wand. 4.2%, and we will do much better than this. We have just begun.
And this is what they hate. Anytime they bring it, Obama out on the trail, they are scared. Look, the president is doing very good among African Americans or Black people. He's doing good among women. He's doing good with them. I don't listen to the fake news and what they say. Now, here, let me tell you how the fake news do. As when the president posed, when they're showing that they're up, the very fake news talk about it like a dog, like they're not up.
Right.
And then when that poll, if it shows he dropped maybe 2 or 3 points, now the fake news is saying, oh, well, his poll numbers are dropping. He can't win for losing.
Yeah.
But I'm going to tell you, like we told you all back in 2015 and 16.
Right.
Don't focus on the poll, focus on the goal. That's what you need to do.
Judge Kavanaugh's confirmation hearing turned into a freaking circus.
That's what it was. Yeah. You had 2 of them acting like they were running for something. Nope, you let them know that we couldn't pick them. There is no way on the heezy beezy will I ever vote for Cory Booker or Kamala Harris. Ever. You can do whatever you want to do. You can run circles, run the circles, do whatever you have to do. Act ignorant, We will never vote for you.
Walk the tight line.
Do whatever you need to do.
None of
and
that.
guess what? Kavanaugh is going to be confirmed.
Yes.
That's the crazy
thing.
But
when I looked at it, people need to understand that these Democrats, they lived up to their symbol. And no, I'm not talking about the donkey. I'm talking about an ass. Woo! They was a straight ass right there in that confirmation. They was embarrassing. They was despicable. They looked like a bunch of idiots. And it was reported that protesters was getting paid to act a fool.
Oh, just like back then with during the elections, exactly. They would go to the Trump rallies and start doing stuff.
And this should show the American people, this is how the Democrats want to act for America. They want to be obstructionists. They want to be destructive. They want to resist. They want to be interrupters. They want to protest everything that's good for America. That's exactly what the Democrats want to do.
So what they're doing is they're resisting so that America will no longer exist.
That's right. And poor Cory Booker, he looked like a deranged lunatic.
He was
a phony. It's like he's overacting, like he's trying to be dumb. You don't got to try to be dumb.
You just look
just be yourself. All right.
Okay, you all. Coming up next, Roseanne Barr. We'll be right back with more Diamond and Silk Chit Chat.
You thought America promised the American dream, but you are urban America. Your American dream is a nightmare. Gang violence, drugs, unemployment, prison. For too long, American politicians have wasted trillions of dollars overseas, investing in globalism, while talking revitalization, with nothing to show but graveyards to American dreams. Commissioned by President Donald J. Trump, we at the Urban Revitalization Coalition are committed to implementing our anchor-centric 13-point program model.
I want to go into the inner cities, the poor rural communities, and the failing schools, and I want to work on a national plan for total revitalization. We're going to be so proud of our country again. Everywhere I go in this country, all I see is untapped potential waiting to be set free.
We will build holistic cities within cities with beautiful urban condominium-style living that will restore the inner being. Get ready for urban revitalization and American dreamin'. I am Urban America. You are Urban America. We are Urban America. Great things are on the horizon.
Well, from the comedy clubs of Denver to the 2012 presidential ballot, Roseanne has crafted an iconic persona within the raw comedic landscape of modern American life through her portrayal as a fierce working class domestic goddess and beyond. Roseanne is an American actress, a comedian, writer, and television producer. Please welcome to the show, Roseanne Barr. Roseanne, first of all, thank you so much.
Nice to see you. Thank you for having me on.
Oh, thank you so much. We were so excited when
I'm excited to meet you too. Oh, you guys are just so great, and I thank you for all that you do. I know it gets tough on you. I've followed you, and I know how they do on Facebook, and you've gone through it. You're just strong all the time. You're so informed about our Constitution and all this other good stuff. And it really was encouraging to me when I was kind of the only person thinking like that in Hollywood. And I'd watch you and, you gave me a lot of strength, and I wanted to thank you for that.
Oh, gosh, Roseanne,
thank you. I just love that you love Trump and all that. It's so great. It's so great.
And we love you, Roseanne.
We love you. I don't think you even realized that we grew up watching you.
Yes.
So when we saw the attacks coming from the left, we had to step in and like, no, y'all not gonna do that. No. But let's talk about Hollywood a little bit.
Yeah.
Okay. Let's see what's going on in these writer rooms. Mm-hmm. Is it diversity or is it?
Don't even get me started.
Well, tell us about it.
Well, it always has been since the time I went to work. First time I did the show, I always was trying to get a diverse writing staff, and because I wanted to have the big conversations that we all have in life with our neighbors and friends. And it's great when they don't tilt. It says tilt your camera down. Okay. Well, it's great when we don't agree and we can actually spark each other with maybe new information. We continue to grow together. Yeah, the way people look at things, somebody's outlook isn't like mine because we didn't have the same culture or background or whatever. So I want to bring all the voices to a joke. That makes a joke
diversity, basically.
Yeah, it makes it universal, and that makes it what's funny,
Okay.
But it was all just very segregated, and I always have tried real hard to be inclusive in the writer's room. It's very important to me, and it's very difficult, and it's not cool.
It's not
cool.
Roseanne, you talk about diversity and you talk about the writer's room trying to bring in that diversity. Is it because that is ran by these most powerful, the elitist men of Hollywood? Is it like, how we have people in Congress that's been in there for years and it's old ideas and we need fresh ideas? Is that what's happening?
Yeah, somewhat. Well, I think it's way deep. It's like they don't really have, I'll just say it. It seems like they got a lack of respect for working people, period. And, I would always be the one in there going, hey, you don't say stuff like that in front of me. But, now they got rid of me. So they got a bunch of people that look alike and are rich writing, what I used to do. And it's very painful. Because I feel like it's an insult to my audience and my fans too, because they thought it was the biggest numbers anybody's ever had. Everybody wanted to see something different that was more inclusive and not so hateful,
And, is it okay that we do address the pink elephant in the room here? Because we do understand that you did come back with your movie, Roseanne Reboot. We do understand that. And we understand what all went down with the tweet and everything. And then how ABC came in and canceled your show. And now they're having a spinoff called The Connors. And I'm like, only thing that I will be watching is the day after to see the ratings, because I know it's going to be in the dumps. But what I wanted to say is this, there are so many people that call Black women like Diamond and Silk so many derogatory names.
Nasty names.
And you have other Black people, when they call everybody else racist and say that you shouldn't say this or you shouldn't say that, they call us those same derogatory names.
Right.
And this could have been a teachable moment.
Right.
This could have been
That's what I thought too. This could have been a real teachable moment, because the fact is, I wanted to thank you guys also for your kindness to the Jewish people and your support of the Jewish state, and that means a lot to us, and we thank you for that. But my tweet was really about Iran, and they just purposely mischaracterized it. And whenever I tried to say what I meant, they go, "Oh, we know what you meant. You don't know what you meant." And it was like this hall of mirrors. That's kind of how they drive you crazy. I know, talk to Dave Chappelle sometime about how they can drive you crazy.
Right. Yeah. I remember what happened with him.
You can't let anybody else tell you what you meant.
Right.
And it's so much a part of the left, though. It's like, well, they want to tell you what you meant and why you did it and what you really meant, what your mother meant, what your sister meant. They want to run you down as far as they can run you down. And people told me, they said, your mistake was you shouldn't apologize to the left, because they never accept an apology. And then they see blood in the water, and then they want to grind you all the way down. And they are kind of mean.
They're very
mean. They are very, very
and they're
mean.
very hypocritical, because there's people that said worse.
Yes.
Or that have tweeted worse, because you didn't say anything. You tweeted something. And then you deleted it when you figured out it was a mistake. But here's the thing, I don't like to stay stuck in the past.
Right.
I love
don't either. You know what? I don't either. And I just want to say, I leave it all. I walked away. I walked away from my show because I just did not want to fight. And I just don't want to fight, particularly now when we have the midterms coming up. I want to really talk to Americans about what kind of government we want and deserve, and get out there and make sure you vote and don't take it for granted. You don't want to have people who tell you what you really meant and will ruin you for disagreeing running your government. You do not want that. You want forgiving people with integrity who understand when someone apologizes from the heart, a decent person accepts it. And that's what America really is about. You know, it is about getting along, finding what we have in common. When we have some differences or we say something that hurts others, well, we have to apologize and move on and improve ourselves. And, you know, that's happened to me a million times because I'm a comic. I have a big mouth. And, you know, I wanted to ask you guys, were you always so politically, you know, were you always, were you, well, you said your dad was. So you said your dad was in the service, so of course you would be.
Well, we wasn't political.
We wasn't always
political. We
No.
wasn't always political. That is the good thing about this, the great thing about this. Trump, what he did was shook and woke America. People started paying attention, and I think that the left can't grasp that. So they have somebody like, for example, you, Roseanne, you go onto their platform and you have the show Roseanne, and it garnered over 20-some million views each time it came on. They didn't like that. So any little thing, you could have tweeted out any little thing, they would have taken it down.
But you know, well, that's what everybody's saying, and it seems that way. But here's some real truth about it is that you know, I really worked hard to get a second season because I really wanted to have a little mixed race grandchild, because boy, I wanted to start talking about racial division in a family. And you know what? When I look back now, I'm like, oh, they did not want me to do that.
But I think that it can still be done. I think
it can still be done, but it has to be done on a specific type of platform, because individuals that run around here and talk about, we want to talk about racial divides and racial unity, they really don't want to do it.
On the left.
Right, on the left. They put measures
in a family. You know, this was going to be inside of a family, because that's that's the right context for it, because of course we all love each other already and we don't have to get over those other hurdles.
Right.
But, you know, I really thought I could bring some togethering for America, you know, because we got to remember, you know, somebody's sister voted this way and the other voted that way, but they don't hate each other for 2 years.
Right.
They go, come on now, let's work together. Let's find the good thing that we have in common, and you know, we're going to tell Trump to do it, and I don't doubt that he will.
But that's what you were doing. You were doing that, Roseanne. That's what you was demonstrating, and you were doing that. And the left do not like
They didn't like it. They don't want.
They don't like that,
and they don't want to do anything to normalize this president. And that's because the left, Hollywood, is very upset. He didn't take their money. He's not going to push their agenda. He's pushing what the American people want and not what these elitists want. And they don't like it. So that's why they do everything to destroy him. And because you are a Trump supporter, you were trying to bring unity instead of division.
That's right.
They didn't like that. So anything that comes along, we'll do whatever we have to do. Oh, she said that, she did this. Okay, that's it.
I am glad that you guys have such a long view and can see. I have to agree. That was always there too. Even when I went back, you know, everybody was looking at me like they were smelling, you know what, halfway through the time, you know, because it was just so liberal, and they already had in their head that because I supported the president, that I voted for him, that meant a certain thing about me and all the people who voted for him. But you know why I really voted for him? Because I knew he is so smart, and I knew he was gonna shake up. My gosh, that's what needed to happen, because they don't even get they work for us. They got no clue of that.
That's right.
They don't even have a clue of that.
But Roseanne, you just said something. You just said something and you cut out. You said that you voted for President Trump because you knew he was going to do what?
Shake up both the Democrat and the Republican Party. And appeal to the vast and wide middle of this country who does not like either extremes, and they don't like extremism. They're in the middle. They want respect for what they do. They want respect for their children who serve. They want good educations. They want good doctors. I mean, there's a million things we agree on that we don't have to be getting at each other like this. Right. These people are making money. First of all, they're getting paid to be those agitator types, getting people to hate on each other and go against. Please, if people are encouraging you to go out and start trouble, that means, and I'm a grandmother, so I could say this, that means you need to stay home. So you got to be able to decipher the right message. If somebody's getting you out to do something that's going to end up not being good for you, just stay home and play more video games, for crying out loud.
That's right.
And don't get in
Let me ask you this question, Roseanne. Did Russia make you do it?
Yes, Russia makes me do everything. You know why? Because my grandparents came over here from Russia, and I'll tell you what, when they said the streets of this country were lined with gold and there was freedom of religion and freedom of speech here, and by God, they loved every second of their lives in this country, as I have too. And I love you both for being on that very same page with me.
Oh, wow.
Amazing.
Listen, now we love how you say that you will always defend Israel. Okay. And we know that, you are Jewish, but you want the Jewish Democrats to walk away. Elaborate on that.
I really do. And I'm so encouraged to see all the African-American people that are walking away, and they say, oh, we're leaving the Democrat plantation. And I'm so grateful to them. And every time, I meet them on the street, people that introduce themselves to me in that fashion, I say, please when you walk away, please take 2 Jews with you. because I mean, it needs to be said that Jewish people are part of, this very segregated group that's not valued at all to the Democrats, that they would sit with anti-Semites on their platform. I mean, come on now, get a clue. They're not on your side, and they're not on the side of your people or your people's state or any nation state. Damn, these people want a world full of slaves with 2 or 3 of them sitting on top of it. They don't care about nations or states. They want this one world thing where they're all the money, everybody else is locked up or for crap. That isn't freedom or justice. Come on now. We have that in this country. We have the only opportunity in this country that we'll probably ever have again. So I want you to go out there and make sure this president, who has arrested more child trafficking people and more child porn people and more criminals than you can even begin to count, because he hadn't even told us yet, but we're suspect. Now, you got to get behind being against child trafficking. Talk about the things we have in common. Well, there's not a person on this earth who has a heart or a soul who can't put in 2 minutes to help with that one, because we've got to stop it. It's just, we've got to do it.
Yeah, we have to do it. And we have a president that's making sure that when people come into our country, you're going to come in the right way, and you're not going to come in killing up our citizens, abusing our children, and trafficking our young people across our borders or in this country. That's not going to happen. That's what I love about it. That's what I absolutely love about it.
So, Roseanne,
I just love that he created like a new party, I think. And it's a party that's, right in the middle where all the good stuff is. And, that's why I think it's so exciting, because he's not bound to any old stuff that doesn't work. If it doesn't work, the man wants to tear it apart and put it back together again so it works even more efficiently.
Because he's a builder. That's what builders do. People don't realize that. That's what builders do. They rebuild. If they have to dismantle it to rebuild it, that's what they do. You was going to ask the question.
I was just going to ask a question about San Francisco, California. What do you think about San Francisco, California? I know it's Nancy Pelosi district, where people are defecating in the streets.
My son, my son, he just graduated from up there. He went to college up there, I'm very happy to say. And he graduated with a good grade and all. But I used to go up there and visit him to make sure he was doing his laundry, which, by the way, he wasn't. But so I had to go do it. but all up and down the street there, I saw it, and it was just heartbreaking. It's just heartbreaking. It's like one little tent after another tent, and it goes on for the long. It's not 1 or 2 blocks. No, this is miles.
Right.
Yes.
And, where are they going to go to the bathroom? I mean, why would they put people onto the streets like that? Why can't they do something? They're so socialist. Where's the free housing?
Wow.
That's very interesting that you would say that. They push for socialism, yet they push, people are on the streets. People are using the bathroom in the streets. They're giving them, they're taking away plastic straws and giving them plastic syringes to do drugs and be out of their mind. And we just don't understand it at all.
And then they're also advocating for illegal aliens. Go ahead.
Yes, absolutely. Well, I was so mad because there I was in my hotel and they have these signs, no smoking everywhere. Well, what if I want to smoke in my room? Okay, but they're against that. But people, living on the street right outside the hotel, going to the bathroom and suffering.
Wow.
Suffering in that rich city. I mean, that's what they care about is plastic straws and whether or not I'm sneaking a damn cigarette.
That's right.
Yeah,
that's right. But yet those same Democrats that is supposed to be presiding over those particular cities, they are advocating for illegal aliens to come into the city, for sanctuary cities, and they're housing, giving those people food, a place to use the bathroom, and so forth. But our own American citizens, it's like there's no concern for our own American citizens. What do you think about that, Roseanne?
Well, I've read a lot about it, and there's some interesting viewpoints about how, they're trying to bring in people to, further marginalize African American workers.
Yeah.
The working class neighborhoods are, of course, those are the ones where people go to compete for jobs. And, so there's just a lot of angles to it. It's anti everything America, including our working class people. And, they're just bringing them in because they can get away with paying them less. And I don't know why the Democrats don't give a damn about unions anymore or labor rights. Where'd that go?
Wow.
Now it's all about what you say and this and that and the other and how you're dressing.
The political correctness.
It's all they are completely what do you call? I can't think of the word.
Out of their minds.
Well, they are, but they've been co-opted by extremists. And we don't like extremists.
Wow. They're leaning so far to the left that they're falling over a cliff. They don't have a message. They have a mess.
It's a mess.
They don't have a solution. It's full of sugar, honey, iced tea. I mean, they keep saying that they want to resist so that America could no longer exist. Look at all of the things. And this is why people are going to have to go to the polls. You're going to have to get out in these congressional races and you're going to have to vote. And you're going to have to vote Republican. You cannot vote for them because you cannot vote for Democrats because they do not have our best interests in mind.
They don't want a country. They want us to be part of a great big old one world thing that
globalism look like.
And you know what globalism is? That's when the working people are working for 16 cents an hour. That's what globalism gets you. And I don't want to see it.
You can't buy a piece of candy for 16 cents.
Not no more. So let me ask you this here. We don't want to see globalism. What do we do, especially to convince our young people? What do we need to do, especially to convince our young people that we don't want to see globalism and we surely don't want to see socialism? Because it seems like that our young people are being indoctrinated with, okay, give me something for free. Everybody should have the same thing.
Right.
It makes you not want to work hard for what you get. I believe in capitalism. I believe in you put in the work, you work hard, you obtain the American dream.
Right.
How do we get our young people to see that?
Well, I think first of all, we need to create a system that, is more intelligent than this one. I think we need to get in there and do the real work. I think kids are turned away from it because it doesn't make any sense to them and they're smart. They're smart and see it doesn't make any sense. But that's our job as informed and active citizens to make sure that the right stuff does get on the ballot and the right money is apportioned for those right things, like our schools and our parks and our hospital. The good stuff, we can do it. We can figure it all out. We're smart enough. I think Trump is so smart, especially when it comes to economics. I love what he's doing in the world. He's doing it with strength and determination. And, you know, I just really, really like our president. And I'm glad you.
Wow.
Well, you know, Roseanne, you know, we're being featured in a movie called Democrats.
Oh, yes, I know.
Yes.
I know they sent me a thing.
Yes, and we're being featured in that movie because we know President Trump is exposing the swamp. And so we are taking, he's draining the swamp and we are exposing the swamp.
Yeah.
So yeah, you're doing the work. You ladies are doing the work, and I'm proud of you and happy to know you.
Oh, thank you so much, Roseanne. Listen, before we go, I just want you to know that whatever you're working on new, make sure you let us know. Keep everybody updated and informed. I heard a rumor, and hearsay is in reverence, that when the Connors are heirs, that you're going to move to Israel. Now, are you moving to Israel on us?
Well, I want to go for a little while to, you know, because I like going there. Probably, I don't know. I might move to Greece or I don't know, Mars. I'm looking all around for places I could go because, you know, I don't want to be sad. I don't want to be here sad. I'm just going to go see something beautiful.
Okay, but listen, as long as you got Diamond and Silk as your sisters, you ain't gonna be sad.
You don't have to be sad.
You don't have to be sad. And you know what we're gonna do? We're gonna have to discuss how we're gonna have the conversation openly about race.
That's right.
I love when you.
I want to.
Yes. We are going to have to discuss that. I think we can make that happen. We can make it a national thing. We need to have the conversation because sometimes people don't know what to say, what not to say.
Yeah, I could picture a round table discussion with Roseanne, sitting there with an audience talking about this thing,
right?
And the audience is diverse,
right?
Yeah,
we really need to do that. So we'll know.
Froze up, so I didn't hear you. You were froze up.
Okay, we really need to do this. So that people will know. Yeah.
Let's do it.
That's what we're going to do.
We could get a lot of women because I really do think maybe it's easier for women to talk to other women than it is for men to talk to men or men to talk to women or women to talk to men. I mean, we're just used to talking because, you know, we have so many things alike. And I think women talking with respect for other women and with respect to a diverse point of view and opinions that you don't necessarily share, but to do it in a civil way is such a move forward, and that'll break all the bonds of all this kind of trauma they're always putting on us, you know.
Right. And they always play the race card. Listen, Roseanne, we're so happy to have you on the show tonight. Would you promise to come back on our show again?
You know I will. I enjoyed it so much. You're both so beautiful. And thank you
so much. Thank you so much. You're beautiful.
We love you so much.
We will be right back with more Diamond and Silk.
I'm going to eat.
We'll be right back.
Hey y'all. Okay, so I know that you all have been having problems with these social medias not getting our notification. You can't find us. You're getting booted off whenever you watch a video. So here's what I want you to do.
Listen up.
Go to diamondandsilk.com and click on Chit Chat. Yes, we back, baby.
That's right.
With Chit Chat at diamondandsilk.com. So if you can't view it on Facebook, Twitter, Periscope, Instagram, YouTube, then go on over there to our website.
That's right.
diamondandsilk.com.
Because you know they're coming for us, right? Oh, girl.
Go, 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 go. Hey, y'all, go to diamondandsilk.com and click on Chit Chat Live. Diamondandsilk.com. Go ahead, go ahead. Oh, go, 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 go. Y'all ain't got nothing on us.
Not that.
Forget you, YouTube. Get out the way.
Bye.
Diamondandsilk.com.
Hey y'all.
Hey.
While President Trump is draining the swamp, Diamond and Silk is going to be exposing the swamp. And sometimes it's hard to drain the swamp when you have rats clogging the pipe.
That's right.
Now we done already been to California and we are on our way to DC and that border because we need answers.
Now.
So contribute at dummycratsthemovie.com. That's dummycratsthemovie.com. Silk, I really enjoyed myself with Roseanne Barr, you all. I'll give her a hand. That was my favorite right there. I mean, I've had a lot of you all come on. I love you all, but I was so glad that we could talk to her.
She's so beautiful.
We don't want her going nowhere. She has a lot of work to do, and we need to have the conversation about race. What do y'all think about that? A big audience, a round table, diverse table, and we can talk about things. And we can agree to disagree. If there's
any disagreement.
Right.
That's right.
Listen, you all, it's about time to end this thing. Don't forget that every day at 11:21 a.m. Eastern Standard Time, we pray. We pray for our president. We pray for this country. We pray for Diamond and Silk. Pray for our sister Roseanne. Pray for everybody. We know that prayer changes things, and with everything that's going on in our country, I think we do need a little prayer.
That's right.
Don't forget about the Chit Chat tour. It's going to be in Marietta, Georgia, October the 7th, 2018. Get your Chit Chat tour tickets at diamondandsilk.com. Dummycrats. Don't forget about the movie. It's premiering October the 15th in a theater near you. Go to dummycratsthemovie.com if you want to contribute. We've already reached the goal, but if you just want to contribute, you can. Or put in your email address so that you can say updating the form, so when the tickets go on sale, you can see, bam, there's the tickets. I can get my ticket to see the movie. I'm so excited about that.
Right. Hi, Mom. Hi, Dad. We love you all.
And don't forget these congressional races. Listen. You have to go. I'm so happy Roseanne said something about that. Go vote. You have to get out and you have to vote, and you have to vote Republican. You see what they're trying to do to Dan Santos, the guy in Florida, the governor that's running against this black governor in Florida. You saw how they're trying to make it about race. And now they're trying to say the most damnable and derogatory things. You all are going to have to get out. You're going to have to vote right, so you won't get left. We don't need people pushing socialistic ideas in our country. So that means if you're attaining the American dream, somebody want to tear you down and take your stuff, give 90% of your stuff away, and you work for it. Does that sound right?
16 cents an hour?
We don't want that. We don't want that. Okay, anything else, girl?
That's it.
All right, so listen, we was just coming to give y'all the 211. We called the 211 because it's 2 o'clock.
And we're the ones giving it to you.
So, in the meantime, and in between time, we will see you all next time right here on Diamond and Silk Chit Chat Live. Good night, everybody. Go watch our man, Sean Hannity. Bye-bye.
Bye.